Monsieur Ford. Where do you come from?
Portland, Maine.
Portland, Maine?
Well, Peaks Island, Maine. P-E-A-K-S.
I'm going to ask you a very indiscreet question. When were you born?
Well, go ahead, ask me the indiscreet question first.
The indiscreet question is, when were you born?
What is the indiscreet question?
Where have you been born?
Is that indiscreet? I was born in 95. I'm 70 years old.
And when did you start?
Huh? What?
68.
Well, I feel like 90.
And when have you started making movie pictures?
1916.
Here in Hollywood?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How did you come to the movie pictures, I may say so?
By train. Le chemin de fer.
Vous êtes venu à Hollywood en chemin de fer.
Comment?
Vous êtes venu à Hollywood en chemin de fer.
Ça fait rien si c'est un écran.
What have you done before making movie pictures?
I am trying to think. I was a cowboy.
When and where?
Arizona. Then before that I went to school.
Yes.
I got out of school and went west. Finally drifted to Hollywood. Got into this thing and stayed ever since. 1916.
But being born in the Maine, normally you shouldn't have. Well, you shouldn't have. What's the word? You shouldn't have been a cowboy. A cowboy.
Pourquoi no?
Because a cowboy are people who wear.
Matelot. J'ai été un matelot aussi.
Quand avez-vous été un matelot? À quel moment?
Pendant les jours d'école. Summer, comment se llama le summer?
L'été, les vacances d'été.
Comment?
Les vacances d'été. Les vacances d'été.
Yeah, en vacances. You know, I went to sea. I was a sailor. And I went west. I became a cowboy. I washed dishes.
You what? You washed dishes?
Yes.
In the West?
In restaurants.
In restaurants.
All the way west.
And how long have you been a cowboy?
Oh, about 8 months.
8 months.
Mm-hmm.
How did you like it?
I liked it very much. The pay was poor.
So you had to quit?
Pardon. No, I just wanted to move on. I was restless and moved on. How long were you a cowboy?
I think one day. No, half a day, really. In Arizona.
What picture? What is the name of the place in France?
Ford, 2 première.
Is it all right that way, Seymour?
Yes.
Monsieur Ford, d'où venez-vous? Where do you come from?
They talk to men.
Le Maine.
Men.
Près de New York.
No. New England.
Well, but it's not.
Angleterre.
But it's not very far from New York.
No.
C'est beaucoup plus au nord.
C'est pas près. It's very, very much to the east.
Is it where you've learned your French?
No. Au mon état, there's beaucoup de Français ici. But Français canadien. We don't say Canadien, we say Canadien. Et parler avec un accent normand. Je suis irlandais. Toutes nos sœurs, elle est Québec. L'école de Loretta, comment se llama une...
École religieuse?
Convent.
Au couvent.
Couvent, yeah. And they become teachers of French in schools.
Elles sont devenues professeurs de français.
Ah oui, un petit peu, you know. But toutes les personnes in my, comment se llama, my neighborhood.
De votre voisinage?
Mon What do you call it in French? Comment se nomme in French, the district?
La commune.
La commune.
La commune.
Ben,
Il y avait beaucoup de Français.
pas beaucoup français, comme ça. Mais il parle avec un accent normand. C'est très... Yeah, mais... So...
And how does it happen that being from the Maine, you made your life in a way in Hollywood? Comment est-ce que vous êtes arrivé jusqu'ici?
Oh!
Parti.
Alors, je sais pas.
Mais est-ce que vous êtes venu...
Elle est du Arizona, alors, Californie.
Qu'est-ce que vous avez fait dans l'Arizona, Monsieur Ford?
Comment?
Dans l'Arizona, qu'avez-vous fait? What did you do? What did you do in Arizona?
Oh, j'étais un cowboy.
Hmm.
Cowboy, you know, horses and roundup, you know. It's très intéressant. I liked it. Young, j'étais très jeune, jeunesse, toujours jeunesse.
And after that?
I went to Hollywood.
Being first what?
A laborer.
Un travailleur.
Travailleur. Travail très fort. Avec un pick and shovel.
What is a pick and shovel? Oh, avec une pelle et une pioche.
That's right. Vraiment. Then I became an assistant prop man.
Puis vous devenez assistant accessoiriste.
Je ne sais pas.
Prop man is accessoiriste.
Comment se nomme prop man?
Accessoiriste.
Accessoiriste.
Comment?
Accessoiriste.
Accessoire. Accessoire.
They ought to go on strike. Didn't call that. Then I became a prop man, an assistant director, and eventually a director. I started directing when I was 19.
When you were 19?
Hmm.
Which year was it? Oh, yes, it was in... 16, no.
Not a part of 16.
Yeah.
Then the war came along, of course. And afterwards I came back and I continued directing, yes.
What was that first picture you directed when you were 19?
Je ne sais pas.
Cactus Maypole, no?
Comment?
Cactus Maypole. Cactus Maypole, no?
I don't recognize that. I don't know. Perhaps I don't recognize it. I don't know.
But the first picture you made after the war, what was it?
I don't know.
I meant after the war.
Je ne sais pas, mon vieux. I don't know.
And what is the first picture you remember?
I don't remember the Iron Horse.
Ah, there. I saw.
The
I
Iron
saw.
Horse.
I saw it.
When was it?
29, about, no?
24.
24, God, yeah.
24.
24, Joy, right. Et c'était la construction d'un chemin de fer. Vous savez, on posait les trucs. C'est le chemin de fer, le
Le vin
c'est
espagnol
c'est
est bon goût, n'est-ce pas? C'est très bien, hein?
Très bon, oui.
C'est meilleur, le fond. Ginger ale. Go ahead. Continue.
Yes. I want to know.
Continue en anglais.
I
Yes, s'il
try.
vous plaît.
I try my best.
Bon, ça c'est tout oublié, tout oublié.
Oui, vous parlez en anglais un peu.
Je suis très, très sûr.
Sourd, oui.
Vraiment? Très
Sourd.
sûr?
En français, vous êtes un peu sourd.
Sûr, yeah. Fighting for France.
But in English, you are not.
What?
You are un peu sourd. In French.
J'ai été blessé en France, oui.
En France, oui.
What the hell is he now?
No, I was going to look at the camera, and it has almost no more film in it. So we have to stop it.
Good.
And to take... more than I thought.
I'm going to take one of my Legion of Honor and Croix de Guerre.
But there.
Go ahead.
Ford, 3 premières.
No more pictures, huh?
What?
No more pictures.
We have to do the 2 at the same time, but it's always that, you know? Never mind. Monsieur Ford, you have lived almost the whole of the American history of the movie picture.
True.
When you look back, what do you feel about it? What do you feel about the way it was done?
Well, if I wanted to live my life over again, I would still do the same thing. Hollywood, has a bad press. They're wonderful people. The most noble lot of people, most charitable. They have the best records, for example, the best military record of any industry in the country, the best civil record, and the best charitable record. Of course, some star or somebody who pretends to be a star gets in trouble. You have headlines in Le Soir. Not Le Soir, what's the other? No, but we have a bad press, but they're magnificent people. Charitable, kind, nice, very nice.
And what...
It's the people that you get the scandal from. Some of them are not even in the business.
When you look back at the way films were made in Hollywood, do you find there was a great change?
No, it occurred gradually. It occurred gradually. We didn't notice. We just kept on. Everything that came along new. We took pickup, like sound, color. We took it in stride. Comprenez? In stride.
Très bien. Dans le mouvement.
Oui.
And when you think of the first pictures you made here, do you think that what did you think you would achieve when you made your first pictures?
I thought I would achieve a check for money. That's all I thought about.
And when did you start thinking that there was something more than checks behind it?
This is my business, my profession. It's a way that I support my family. I love the business. I like the people. I am not what is called a career director.
What do you mean by that?
Well, c'est très, très difficile en français.
Try in English. Will you try in English? I understand English, even if I don't speak it very well. I understand English.
Is that what you're speaking English?
I'm sorry?
Are you speaking English? Oh. Some men, they'll make a good picture, then they keep trying and trying. They won't work for a year and a half. They're trying to beat the last one. I just keep on going, making pictures, good, bad, and different. I just like to be around the studios. I like the people I work with. I'm absolutely without ambition. I have no ambition.
But
I like pictures. I like to make pictures.
When you made pictures like Stagecoach, for instance, you very well know, you mustn't pretend you do not know it is a very good picture.
Nothing of the sort. I've never seen Stagecoach.
What do you mean, you've never seen it?
I've never seen it on the screen. I tried to see it on television, but there were so many commercials that I turned it off.
And what about My Darling Clementine?
I don't know. I think I saw that. I saw it on television, but the commercials were, were shot.
How do you feel about the remaking Stagecoach today?
Nothing. It's still a good story. I think they're a little stupid, a little foolish to try to do it again. I think it's a mistake on their part, but let them go ahead.
Why do you think it's a mistake? Why do you think it's a mistake?
Qu'est-ce qu'il me enfonçait pour a lawyer?
For what? For?
Prosecutor.
Persécuteur.
Il faut savoir ce que c'est en français.
A lawyer.
Ah, un avocat.
Avocat. Pas de France pour les autres. He'd make a great avocat, wouldn't he? Huh? You've missed your profession. Why do I think it's a mistake?
Yeah.
You never recapture something you've done like that. It's a good story, but it'll turn out differently.
Yeah.
You never recapture those things.
Yeah.
There's never been a successful remake.
Mr. Ford, you pretend not to be interested after you have made a film, a picture, by this picture. That right?
Pretend is very rude.
I'm sorry. You said something which meant that. No.
I think of the next picture.
You think of the next picture. But does it happen that among the tens, can you say tens, of pictures you made, does it happen that there is one, or two, or several, which you particularly like?
Yes, but you've never heard of them.
Yeah, why?
Which were little pictures. They didn't make any money, but lost money, but no stars, but they came out perfectly for me. None of the big pictures, yeah.
Can you name one?
The young Mr. Lincoln.
The young Mr. Lincoln.
The sun shines bright.
The sunshine is bright.
Oh, oui, ça. Yeah.
He knows them.
I like them.
Ah, good. Yes, I like too.
Merci bien. C'est très agréable.
What about the searcher?
The searcher.
Searcher.
Just a Western.
Ah, Western.
Huh?
A good Western.
No, just a Western.
You know, we have lots of people in France interested by the movies who think that Western is a very important part of the movie pictures. It's very...
Yeah, you see, you've got to understand this. Nowadays, the market is such that we depend on the foreign gross. Comprenez?
Très bien.
For example, France is a great market for pictures. Japan is great. Italy is good. Western Germany is good. So, if you make a picture that goes there, you're going to get your money back. Yeah. We sort of tend to make our pictures for a foreign market. Right now, this year, the only things that are going are pictures that petit salaud. Is that the correct word? You know, they're adults only.
For adults only.
Sex pictures, you know.
Yes.
Those are things that will die away quickly, but and they don't go well abroad. Either the translations are bad, or it doesn't get over.
I understand.
Yeah.
And
to see, we head for a foreign market. I particularly head for France and Japan, because I've been quite successful there. Yes.
But what I meant was that many intellectuals in France write a lot about Western. They think it's very important for the in the expression of the American soul, if I may say so.
Well, the Western is the best type of picture. That's action, mostly true. All this has happened, but you have horses moving, you have movement, you have background, scenery, color, and that's why they're interesting. And I think most of our best pictures are Western. And I can imagine the French intellectuals liking them.
Yeah.
I like them.
Mais à propos de son inspiration irlandaise, tu vois, quand j'ai posé là quelques questions.
The Irish picture?
Oui, yes.
Quel film est on the Quiet Man?
A Quiet Man, yeah.
Ah.
The Long Voyage Home.
The Long Voyage Home.
Oh, that is one of my favorites, yes. I saw that.
You saw it?
Yes. I saw it. It's a very funny story about it. You know, most authors raise hell when they see a picture made, you know, the film made from one of their books. What is that, stop or no?
No. We go on with the tone. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And they don't like it. But Gene O'Neill, who was our greatest playwright, wrote The Long Voyage Home. He was an old man, he was very sickly. But once a month, the studio laid a running on for him. They ran the picture for him once a month, and he'd go down there and look at that once a month. And that is the greatest compliment I've ever received. I've had 6 Academy Awards, but this was the greatest compliment of all, that Gene O'Neill would go down and see this picture that he wrote. I thought that was wonderful. Most of them, you know, they don't like it when they see it on the screen.
Most don't like it.
Most authors don't. Yeah, a lot of them don't. Not most, a lot of them don't.
Ford. 4 premières.
Monsieur Ford.
Monsieur Ford, you mind if we say again that piece about your best films not being Westerns and still you like to shoot Western because you go away?
Well, I wouldn't say the best films. The films that have received more prominence, the films that received Academy Awards, but not Westerns. But I like to make Westerns because you get away from Hollywood for a while, you get out in the wilds, you get fresh air in your lungs, you work hard, you sleep well at night, you're hungry, you have a good appetite, you're working with nice people. Because these cowboys, these people who work in Westerns are wonderful, wonderful people. They're very hard workers, they do what they're told, and it's a pleasure, it's fun.
You mean you use real cowboys?
Oh, yeah, there's hundreds of them around here, yes. But I have my own group. And they go out and they do exactly what you tell them. And it's a lot of fun to get away from here. But the big picture is so-called, every occasion you've got to make a big picture to keep your salary up. You know. But I like to do Westerns.
Excuse me. It's often been said that you have sort of your own stock company of actors. Is that true?
No, that isn't true. That's just a legend. I use anybody. But for extras, I try to use the same people. Because they know exactly what I want. They do as I tell them. And they're very grateful. For the extra people, extras are. The personnel. So I try to use the same crowd as much as possible. As far as cowboys, stuntmen, I have my own group and I use them all the time because they're the best in the business. And everybody's trying to steal them away from me. But, to repeat, my best pictures, or the so-called better pictures, have not been Westerns.
Monsieur Ford, without the accent this time. Monsieur Ford, is there a particular way of directing your actors when you make a Western?
Just saying. You find that every cowboy is a good actor. You pick them out, they can speak lines just as well as any other actor. They're all trained. And they're not afraid, they just let them speak their lines, and they're good.
So why to use professional actors?
Well, they are professional actors.
Oh.
Demande-lui pourquoi les femmes reçoivent des fessées dans ces films.
Why very, very often in your pictures Comment on dit femme?
Do the women get beaten in your pictures? Why do they get beaten in your pictures? The women, they're so often they're getting a little over the behinds.
Donovan's reef.
I don't understand.
Why
Behind, you mean la derrière?
Yeah.
Yeah, why are they beaten by men? Why are they being punished?
Who?
Women
Where?
in your pictures.
What picture?
Donovan's reef,
Huh?
Donovan's Reef.
par exemple.
Oh, the audiences like it. I've only done it twice. I adapt that from the French, from the Apache. They are always beating their women, see? That's an influence I get from the French. Always scarring their women with knives.
The quiet man.
Hmm?
The quiet man.
Well, that was funny.
Yeah.
You don't think that was amusing?
Beaucoup.
Huh?
Qu'est-ce qu'il dit là, si?
Et tu penses pas que c'était amusant?
Si, very funny.
Well,
And coming back to the actors, do you explain them lots of things, or do you give them a certain freedom of acting?
oh, there's a certain amount of freedom given. I mean, as long as they play their part, I mean, it's, I direct the words, and you've got to adapt the action to the actor. See? Now, a certain actor can only play a part in one certain way. So you've got to adapt the scene to him. Au revoir, mes amis. I've got to have dinner. I eat, you know. I've been working all day.